City spent over $1 billion on new players, and while some great players were bought, some bad business was also made. In a team with Guardiola, Ruben Dias, Nathan Ake, John Stones and Kusanov, is it a good signing or waste of money that's meaningless in City's books? Firstly, does City have the need to make this signing? And for me, the answer couldn't be a more obvious yes. Because this team has lost Ruben Dias and Guardiola this month to injuries, and they also have John Stones in injury. So the only difference you have is Ake, who's a guy who's been very injured in his career. I never really know if he's going to be able to play the next game or he's able to play 2 games a week for your team. You have Kusanov, who maybe for you don't really know if he has the experience or the ability to still play in the first team every single week. It's not about back Marcel Lane from Watford on loan. I think maybe it is his first or second year of professional football. Looking at another guy who's barely proven in top 5 football. It's a guy that obviously, even though he came into City team under a very difficult circumstances, he still played well, but you can see some mistakes he's been doing in some games, so I do think that improvement on this defense has been made. If this team wants to fight also Premier League title, then you have to improve the team, and they can't go 1.5 month trying to win games with two defenders in their team. We've seen how bad their form has been of lately. They lost in the Bodo Glimt in the Champions League. They invested by themselves Premier League as of late. They need to get improvement on their defense. And Marc Guehi is a very good step towards that improvements. Also looking next year and squad planning wise, I think this transfer was a transfer that either now or in the summer had to be done. Because I think next summer we're probably going to see Nathan Ake leave the club and Stones not leave the club. Ake has been a guy that probably will have left the team this month if City didn't have all those injuries, and John Stones is a guy that's expiring in the summer, and so a lot of reports linking him to other clubs. I don't think his future stays at Man City. And we've seen City kind of want to transition over the new period of the era, new era Man City, bringing younger players to replace the older players. We've seen Kevin De Bruyne leave the team, we've seen Gundogan leave the team, so a lot of players leave the team, Ederson as well. And City wants to go from having this older team that obviously had a lot of success for them in the past 4, 5, 6 years, but now also are getting a bit older. Their quality isn't as high up as it was some time ago, and now that don't bring in a new generation of players to improve that team. And obviously with Ake and John Stones leaving this summer, I don't know if Ruben Dias will stay at this team or not. I don't know about the reports. I feel like there could be a possibility or two that Ruben Dias might not stay at Man City in the summer. So look at the City team going to next year with Kusanov, with possibly Vitor Reis, who's coming back from Girona, and Ruben Dias and Guardiola in their defensive line. You have 4 guys there, 2 guys who are very inexperienced yet. I think Marcel Lane will probably be loaned out again next year. We have 4 defenders in their team. Guardiola is a guy that plays a lot on the left back and probably will find his best form on the left back. And then you have Ruben Dias, you don't really know where to stay in the team or not. And you can see week by week, month by month, how, I don't say bad, like how worse Ruben Dias has become compared to the year they won like Player of the Year for Man City. I don't think it's the same player they was at that time. He's getting older. It might be the best opportunity for him to leave this summer or at least to kind of get a more decreased role in this team because of his age, his stamina, his body. I don't think it allows him to be the best defender possible, or at least a great defender for the City team. So I feel like the defenders are going to be needed either this winter or this month. And Marc Guehi is a guy that I feel like is perfect for City. Looking at the market, I don't think there's a single player you can find that's better than Guehi in terms of situations for this signing. You won't find a Premier League experienced player. You won't find a player who's able to play in a 3-back line or 4-back line. You can find a player who's played in tournaments for England. You can find a guy who's played so much Premier League, played so much internationally, with that much quality on the ball, off the ball, to play for the team. I guess also been a captain for that team and bring some leadership experience and bring some leadership to the defensive line. Maybe you lose Ruben Dias, kind of getting more a decreased role over the next season. So even though a lot of people have been criticizing this Guehi signing, and Man City trying to go, I spent so much money and they're trying to go for, they have a problem here, they want to just kind of wrap time with money, they want to throw money at their problems. I don't find that true, and I'll speak about it a bit later on the video. But Marc Guehi is a guy that is a missed opportunity. We knew that this month he's going to have 6 months left on his contract. We knew he's probably going to leave in the summer of Crystal Palace. And City knows that during until the summer, a lot of teams will be after them. We saw Real Madrid, Bayern Munich, Liverpool, maybe even Arsenal as well. All teams were kind of interested in Guehi, looking at Guehi. And if you knew he waited for the summer to try and get him, you know all these teams are just a free slate to add, to offer him a contract, and etc. And Man City found an opportunity that at the moment in time, no one really wants to go in for the game because they don't have a need to. And City has a need to, has the money to do it, brought in on Guehi to be their main defensive player for the next 4 months and for the next few years. And for me, also, you can say that obviously the transfer fee was a bit small. You can say the wages are very big, and the agent fees also a bit very high. But this is a player that will probably go for 60 to 70 million pounds in a normal window. And I don't know how much was the money that now this deal is along with agent fee, with the fee transfer, with the wages. I don't know how to compare this with the fee that will take Guehi to join in a normal window. Maybe like the normal fee will kind of be lowered. Even in the summer, if we're still going there, with the bidding war probably have with Liverpool or all other clubs, the wages you gotten was still pretty high. Because you have such a bidding war for a player, you have to offer big numbers to convince them to join your team. So I feel like it's such an opportunistic signing by Man City. They found that opportunity they have to bring in a player they needed, and they want to bring an impressive line, improve the back line, which I feel like has given some errors for City in the past few months. And bringing up a player of such amazing quality, taking your team from one level to another level, especially defensively. I mean, obviously looking at them and comparing him to Sean Stones, Nathan Ake, even Ruben Dias, Marc Guehi is undoubtedly a better player, a better defender than all of those guys together. And not together, but like all those guys. And again, an amazing player, a guy who's able to play you whatever you want him to play. I feel like that we have a lot of those options or opportunities to go win for a player like him in every single window. So I think City just at the right mindset and at the right in order to get him on your team. Also, City have been amazing at taking opportunities in the window and getting players to their own team because of the opportunities they've had. Semedo is a guy that came into this window again, also a very high odds of leaving. We saw Liverpool want to go after them, we saw Arsenal going after them, we saw United also go after them, Chelsea as well. So I think every single top 6 team want to go after Semedo. And City was a team that saw an opportunity and wants to go for it. It took the risk, and we've seen how well he's been playing in the first 3 games to play for Man City. So you can see how good Semedo has been, and how good City has taken this risks, or maybe invest a little bit more money in some signings in terms of wage, in terms of transfer fee, in order to make the best players go to their team and try to create a good team. Because even though you can talk about the money at all, this team is a team that compared to Arsenal is still inferior. There's no doubt about it. And bringing Semedo and Guehi, it makes that team go up top, notch up top. And if you want to compete against Arsenal Premier League, if you want to build a team that's able to contend in Arsenal Premier League, you have to buy in good players. You have to spend money. And for that, you have to making good players. And obviously, you go out there and spend £1 million on players like, I don't know, like Shakir or Lukia. We could go like find those in the market and try to go spend big on those like Chelsea has done over the past few years. But City saw the opportunities they've had in the market and spent less than what? £90 million to making Guehi and Semedo, 2 guys who have amazing Premier League experience, guys who have proven Premier League to be amazing players, and we've seen over the past of the seasons how good those Premier League experience signings have been for teams. So I feel like this will only a mastermind move. This like Man City sees opportunities and get less on opportunities because they had opportunity, the motive, and the means to do that. And for me, I feel like this was a mistake for Man City. A lot of people can say, oh, but they didn't really need them. They do need them. They do. Because they have Guardiola who's able to play both left side to the back. And then would you have more as a lead defender? You don't. Ruben is getting old. John Stones at the probably leave it this summer. Because a lot of his inexperience, you don't have a great Marc to the back to partner with Guardiola. And Nico Riley is injured or can play after Guardiola left back. Then would you play the defensive line? You play Ruben Usanova? Is that a good defensive duo for you? Or do you want to go there with Ruben Dias and Guehi? Or want to go out there with Guardiola and Guehi? That will be a very different situation to wherever they have been able to play out there this season. And this makes City a way better team. Also, one big thing that will be part of Man City going forward is greater versatility. Because we don't know if Pep will be or not the matchup for next year. There's a lot of rumors about Pep potentially leaving. I feel like it's been more close than ever to see Pep leave Man City. And we don't know who's going to place him next summer. Could be Jens Moreira, could be Ronald Mourinho, could be a lot of different managers. And Guehi is a guy that's able to play in a 3-back line and a 4-back line. A lot of defenders in the world don't really... a lot of players in the world don't really know or at least are kind of having a difficult time adapting to going from a back 3-back line to going to a back 4-back line. And for some defenders, it takes a very long time to adapt to that. And Guehi is a guy that has obviously played in a... And Guehi is obviously a guy that's played in a 3-4-3 for Crystal Palace, and a guy who's played in a 4-3-3, 4-3-1 for England as well. So he has lots of experience playing different formations, and If in fact a new manager comes in the summer and Pep leaves, Guehi is able to provide that quality nonetheless for the manager to be able to come in. If a manager comes in and wants to play a different back line, Guehi is a guy that can adapt to that back line and be able to play that back line nonetheless as the manager. That's the point for me would be very important for Man City going towards the future. If they want to bring in a new manager, does the team have versatility enough to go and be able to do that every single manager in the world? And this team, looking at the team and looking also at the back line now with Guardiola and Guehi, our teams are able to do that. And I'm very, very confident in this team going to next summer and able to play on a new manager and still be able to find good quality and good wins from then going from Guardiola, who's been a manager who's been there for so many long years, to now bringing in a new manager. This team has all the versatility, all the abilities to be able to adapt to every single manager in the world. Back to the point that was made that Man City owns money their problems. And for me, also maybe like 4 years ago that'd be right. But for now, I feel like we're seeing a different Man City team to what we've seen in the past years. I don't think this team right now is throwing money at every single problem. Looking at this team, a lot of different players have played different roles to make this team better or to kind of cover different roles. But there's no guy that came in as a midfielder, is able to be playing a right back for the last year and be able to do that amazingly. Nico Riley's from Academy, who's brought in this year, has been amazing for them. Guardiola's a guy that has played centre back and left back. So many different players being able to come into this team, being able to play different roles as to whatever Man City needs. I think obviously 4 years ago, they spent so much more money, right? And I think also the money they spent in this last year is due to the fact that this City team this last year getting very old. A lot of these players we see on this team and last year were older, not that good compared to what they were 3 or 4 years ago, and they have to bring in a new era of players. That's every single team has to do every single time this team of players becomes older. And that's why I think they spend so much money on new players, because they want to bring in players who are able to provide for them for long term. You see Marmouche able to be a squad player for long term. You see Kusanov, Vitor Reis, Shirky, Rangers. That's a very good direction towards they're taking in terms of trying to make this team great for the long term. Being able to provide, to clear the different roles, for being able to cover different roles in the squads. We've seen a team that's been able to completely change the back line due to players available. We've seen Pep Guardiola play a back line of Ake, Akashi, Ruben Dias, and Guardiola. Like, we've seen Man City go and play a back line of four at the backs. We've seen Man City go with John Stones at the M. We've seen a lot of these different players kind of come into a team as well, being able to provide very good competition, very good squad, very good depth. Able to see teams able to see players go out there and be able to play in positions they never played before. Able to be amazing at that. So this City team, also as I said, I think maybe a few times ago to be able to throw money at other problems, but now with all the charges they've had going down for them, I think City was a team that maybe 2 years ago was pretty bad at transfers, or you never really know what you're going to bring in, why to make this transfer like the Willish or Akanji, why to make this sale like Sean Moraes, why to make that type of decisions. And I feel like right now, Ufiana coming in to be the director for Man City has been amazing for them. We saw this past summer and even this winter how many opportunities they've taken in the market. Shirley coming in for 20 million euros is an amazing get. Leon was in the competition financially. They were able to get in Shirley for a bargain. Even Wenders was a bit of a bargain. Smenu and Guehi were bargains as well in terms of transfer fee. Even wages, obviously, Guehi's wage is really big, can have to accumulate for having a lower transfer fee. This all just means that this has been an amazing window for Man City. And they spent a lot of money compared to Chelsea, compared to Spurs, compared to Man United, compared to Liverpool as well this summer, and able to build a team that's so good, that's able to make a seamless transition from the best era of Ederson, Kevin De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, Aguero, to a new era of Renders, Shirky, Smenu, Guehi, all the new players, and they made this transition very smoothly by bringing in players who are obviously not really proven, or just add amazing opportunities in the market to make these players bring into their team. City have been doing amazing work on the market. I know after the reputation of Man City being a very high-spending team, and they were a few years ago, but now looking at the City team, at least I look at them as a new team in terms of business, ideology. I look at maybe Chelsea right now as being even worse than City. I look at Liverpool having worse business than City. United having worse than City in terms of business. Look at United coming into this summer or this winter with so much work to be doing to the squad, and they brought in no one. And there were some opportunities here and there to make some moves, but they haven't done that right now. And City being able to take those opportunities, being able to find the players they wanted. And as well, like, even though obviously the money can be a big factor in players joining Man City, but the factor of playing under Pep Guardiola is going to be a big helping factor. Being able to play in a team that's able to win trophies every single year, it also helps that. being able to play in a team that obviously Manchester, with the big of a stadium, with this big of a squad, great of a squad, just gives so many factors for teams to want to play Man City. I don't really see a world where the City can continue to move on, but these opportunities are bringing players who want to play for Man City. I trust like Guehi, Manu, and other players like that as more offers. I mean, because of maybe also obviously because of the money, also because of the reason of playing under Pep, playing for Man City, kind of anticipate. Or gave these players a more clear reason as to why they want to destroy Manchester City, because they had a very clear path into the future. So maybe you're going to come in and say, okay, you want to be our favorite winger or star winger for the next few years. You saw that. If you want to Arsenal, you want to be that. If you want to be Liverpool, you want to be that. And again, now, obviously, a lot of these teams right now are waiting for the summer to bring him on the free. But this City team are going to win and say, we want you, we need you, we want you to come into the team right now. And they've done so, and they made Gabe believe they want him so bad, it came here immediately. And this what makes a good football team, being able to get opportunities, being able to scout the market and go for those players who are going to be very expensive, and able to provide them a vision for the future in your team and convince them to join your team. And that's what Man City have done so amazingly these past few months because of how good they've done in the market. As I said, the money is definitely a big factor in this, right? But it can't undermine the work that City has been doing this past year of business, because it has been amazing.